Good morning, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. It is Thursday, September 11th. In remembrance for everybody that we lost September 11th many years ago. So what was I doing when I found out? I was getting ready to watch live with Regis and Kelly or Kathy Lee. I don't remember which one was on back then. My friend Amy had stopped here on her way to work. At the time, she was working at Subway, and her sister called her to tell her what happened. So I hurried up and put it on the TV because I hadn't turned it on yet. And so my friend's like, I need to go. So she left right away, went to work. So I do remember that day. I have a story to tell you guys. Something awesome happened yesterday, but I'm going to show you everything first and then we'll get to the story. Okay, so yesterday was Chromatic Dragon. I put in 337 stitches. So we are on page 17 and 22. Oh my God. This is just, it's so gorgeous. I know. And then I got to frame it and give it away as a Christmas gift. Right? That's okay. That's okay. I love my dragons right along with my son. Okay, so then I wanted to get Christmas Cutie Giraffe to 1%, and I knew I only needed to get like 50 stitches in. Isn't he cute? Look at him. It's by the BDL X Stitch Emporium. There are 12 pages. So, and it's 285 wide by 274 high. I did get it to 1.01%. There we go. It is on a piece of 28 count Monaco 1/1. So I did end up putting in 52 stitches. So I don't know when this will be pulled back out. But we got that one to 1%. In the rate that this year's going, I don't know if I'll get everything to the 1%, but I'm trying. So then the next one to get to 1% is Sarah's Diner. This is by Stitches So Beautiful. This is 500 by 400. I absolutely love this. I'm into the villages right now. I love the villages. So I put in 250 stitches and I'm at like 50%. And it's all $9.39. That's all that's there is $9.39. This is a piece of either 28 or 25 count Lugana. Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be this wide. I do have my favorites. So, yeah, this is one of them. I did watch General Hospital last night. It's getting good, you guys. I wish Drew had died, though. Cameron Matheson is doing a great job making people hate him. Okay, so I also I listened to a podcast. I'll read what she's reading. I watched Addie's Crossing Quilts. I watched like 5 of her videos. They were shorter ones. They're all her Halloween countdown week, whatever. And I watched Kenny Stitches, his latest one, which was like over a week ago. Almost 2 weeks ago. What else did I do? I did the dishes, cleaned the bathroom, washed the towels, gave the cats all their flea meds. Yeah. So I won't get stitching done this afternoon or this morning because I'm going to go visit my parents. And then we have dinner. Scott and I have dinner with his siblings. So we'll be doing that. We are going to Tom Wall's again. I decided this time I'm not getting a Wahlburger like I always get there. I'm getting their fish because both of my sister-in-laws got the fish last time and it looked really good. But tonight when I get home, I will be stitching out of the 2014 Halloween issue, just cross-stitched. And it's page, hold on. It's the Halloween Hoot Owl, page 41. It's the Halloween Hoot Owl. Isn't he cute? Yes, he's so cute. I do have to work from the paper pattern, so I don't know how many stitches it will be. And that's what I have. And this is on a piece of 28 count Monaco, 2/2. But he is so cute. So I will stitch on him tonight. Let's see, what else? Yeah. So the story. First, I want to thank everybody that came into Crafty Wednesday Zoom. We had like 9 or 10 of us. It was Deborah, Margaret, Crystal, Robert, Brian, Phyllis, me, and then later on was Danielle and Teresa P. I think that was all of us. If I forgot someone, Marissa. Yeah, so we were all crafting, and, you know, they would leave eventually, and then it got to be 4 o'clock. There was just a few of us left, and then it was down to just me, Phyllis, Danielle, and Teresa P., I think. And Scott gets home from work at 4 o'clock, so I'm waiting for him, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. It's now 4:30. Okay, maybe he stopped to got coffee and he's in town, you know, and he runs into a lot of people he knows and they're just shooting the shit. I'm not worried at this point. Then I read that up the road there's a car accident. Okay, where at? Nope, he does not drive home that way. That won't be him. Okay, so now it's 5 o'clock. Now I'm getting concerned. So I go look on the calendar. Is he scheduled to work Tractor Supply? So I go look. It's not written down. I'm like, well, maybe they called him in and you know, sometimes he'll get out of work at 3:30 and he'll have a message. Can you come in? And he usually calls me or texts me, but there was nothing from him. I'm like, great. Now I'm getting worried. It's now 5:30. I'm calling him. So I call him, and he answers. I'm like, where are you? Well, he says, Dylan needed to do something. I don't know. Something at Tractor Supply. It said Scott works there, gets a discount. He goes, so Dylan met me in the parking lot at the credit union, and he says, I'll be home in about 20 minutes. So he hangs up. I looked at the girls. I said, he's lying. I bet you he bought that pickup truck he was looking at last week. So I go out and look in the driveway. There's a white Chevy Trailblazer in the driveway, which is Dylan's girlfriend's car. Okay, well, maybe I'm thinking, okay, he got the truck. So Candy's sitting out in the driveway. Dylan or Scott will pull in with the Camaro. Dylan will pull in behind him with the pickup truck. So, and Candy doesn't come in. So I kept waiting, and I'm still in Zoom, and we're chatting, and they can't wait to hear what's going on. And I know he wouldn't have told me in person, because when he can't keep a straight face when he's lying, and the corners of his mouth twitch. So I know all of his telltale signs. And if he's lying a really good lie, he won't even look at me. He looks at the floor, or he turns his back on me. So he would have never told me. So I'm like, they probably did this during my cross-stitch retreat. So I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, Scott pulls in with the Camaro, and I'm waiting for him to turn around and wait for the pickup truck to pull in. And he just walks to the house, and he comes in. I'm like, you bought a truck, didn't you? And he says, no, I didn't buy a truck. Oh. Well, why is Candy sitting out in the driveway? And he's got his hands like this. And I said, what? He goes, hold out your hands. And he dropped the 2 sets of keys, and that was my vehicle out there. He said, I told Dylan that you would think that was Candy's, because she has the same exact vehicle, and hers is also white. And I don't pay attention to other people's license plates. Yeah, so he said he did that over the weekend, him and Dylan, and it wasn't supposed to be ready until Friday, but I guess it got ready yesterday. And I still have my car, which we will use for backup. He doesn't like it when I go to my doctor's appointments and around with my car. He does not trust my car. I absolutely love my car. I trust my car with all my heart. He does not. And Dylan does have a friend that will help us get it to pass inspection. So he says, you can have it tomorrow, which is today. I said, well, let me see if my parents will be home, and I'm going to go visit them and surprise them. So that's what I'm doing today. So my mom says she's going grocery shopping this morning. She'll be home around noon. Like, that's good. It gave me time to get up, shower, and make my morning video. So yeah, so I have a 2023 white Chevy Trailblazer. I seriously thought you were getting a truck. And he said after much consideration, he realized he doesn't ever use a truck bed. You know, he used to go hunting and used it, but he hasn't hunted in several years. And if we need a truck, Dylan has one of those big-ass Dodge Rams. So if we need a truck, we can use Dylan's. So, yeah, and then he can drive this in the winter because he puts the Camaro up. I don't drive in the snow, so it doesn't matter what's sitting out in the parking or out in the driveway. And this way, when we don't have any snow on the road, I can still drive my car if I need to go somewheres. Because once the snow flies and there's salt put on the road, he will not put the Camaro back on the road till the last snowfall and the salt has been washed away after like a week of the last salt drop. So, yeah, usually like April. If it's a mild winter, April, he'll bring the Camaro out. Last year, he drove the Camaro till November. This year, I think we're getting it a little bit earlier than they are predicting. So, not a big deal. But, yeah, he's not, you know, and I take my mom to her doctors and that's an hour away from me. So, he's just not comfortable with me driving my car all around. He said short distances is fine. So this way, like next summer, he takes the Camaro every day, or if he knows I'm not going anywhere, he'd probably take the Trailblazer. But he wanted something for the winter time, and it's all-wheel drive. I was very shocked because we've talked about I would like a smaller SUV. He likes his pickup trucks. He misses driving a pickup truck. So I was really surprised that he came home with it. I'm not too thrilled it's white, but it's used and we needed a new vehicle. I also wanted a Toyota. Toyota has an SUV I absolutely love. It's okay. He's happy. I'm happy. So, yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And Dylan said, I don't know why he told you about the Tractor Supply and him meeting him. He goes, he should have just told you he got called into Tractor Supply. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why didn't he just tell me I got called into Tractor Supply? Because I would have believed that. But the story he gave me, I'm like, no, he's lying. So he did a good job keeping this from me. Because he's not good at keeping secrets. He's not good at keeping secrets. So, yeah, I'm going to drive that today. It's got all the bells and whistles. I am not going to know what to think. You know, it's got the camera that shows you when you're backing up. I have a little 2007 Scion TC. It doesn't have any of that. He does have the Sirius XM on it, which is a good thing. I'm going to have fun driving this. It's going to take me a little while to get used to because my car is small. It's a little two-door, and I'm going up to a bigger vehicle. So, yeah. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I can't wait. So that's what I'm doing today. Once this is done and I publish it, I will go to my parents. I do want to leave their house no later than 3 because Scott gets home at 4. He'll take a shower, and I think we're meeting at Tom Wall's at like 5. So, and that's a 20-minute drive. So, yeah. I'm hoping we're taking the Camaro because I did go for a car ride last week. So, yeah, his thing was we have to buckle down on our spending. It's like, good thing I just bought my planner. That'll be here today. And I bought some stickers, the dragon stickers for my reading journal. I will continue buying them every month. I have June now till November's what's coming today, so I need to buy December, January, February, March, and April. 5 more sets. They aren't out yet, so as soon as she posts them, I buy them. And I spend like $16. What else? Oh, I said, can I still get my nails done? And he said yes. But he's going to try to quit smoking because that's $95 a month. I'm like, huh, I didn't realize he was spending that much on cigarettes. So I said, well, it's a good thing I only need like 3 pieces of fabric. So I'm not going to do any new starts next year unless I already have I still have fabric here. I don't have big pieces of like white for my heights because I don't use any other color but white with the heights because you're going to, or any full coverage because you're covering it all up. And if I buy the Monaco, it's only like $6-7 for a tube of that. So even if I do decide to buy some, I can always just get Monaco instead of the Lugano. But yeah, so I went through, I had decided, remember when I did Flossmas with Becky, we did all the Christmas. I had decided right after that I'm going to do 31 days of Halloween in October. It'll say, my title will say what's going on today, Halloween day 1, Halloween day whatever. So I already had made a Halloween wheel on my app of all my whips. So yesterday I'm like, there's still like 5 new starts of Halloween I'd like to do. So I went through my fabric. I have fabric for everything. So during Flossmas, the cronies had gotten me 2 Nightmare Before Christmas charts. I have the fabric for those. I bought a Halloween bookstore pattern through Etsy over the weekend. I got fabric for that. I was going to put it on white, and I'm like, it doesn't need to be on white. I got a really pretty green that Kaya had dyed for me. And one of the Nightmare Before Christmas, I have a really pretty orange that Kaya had dyed for me. So those are set aside. So I have those three. The one I was going to start this month from this year's Halloween issue, I've decided I'm going to wait till October. So I put that aside. And there was another Halloween one I found, I think. Or was that it? So I have the Halloween bookstore, that Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, so the girls are starting this. I'm not starting mine till October. It's Owl Forest Pumpkin Porridge. So, look at, I have a pretty green. It'll look pretty on that green. So that was the other one that I found that I'm going to do. So, yeah, I still starting some things, but next year, you know, we got to buckle down. I did ask him, I said, I go to 2 retreats a year. They cost me like $200 each. Am I still able to go to the retreats? And he said, yes, I'm not taking that away from you. Okay. So, you know, the melts for my warmers, they don't cost me a lot. I spend like $35 every 8 weeks. I'm sure he'll still let me get them. Sticker books, I'm using what I have. Once in a while, I might buy a couple, but I'm good. Like I said, fabric, I don't need much. There is another full coverage. I'm getting ready for Haid to put it up for sale because Michelle posted it a couple weeks ago that it's coming up. It's still not up for sale. As soon as that does, I am purchasing in that and getting the fabric for it. And that's that Halloween cat. So, yeah, I'm good. You know, I have my Kindle Unlimited. I have my Audible and the TV apps. So, we're good. Nothing else will change. It's just the extra spending, you know, here and there that we're not going to do. That's okay. I did send a link to the CGI or GCI outdoor chair that I want to take to retreats. I sent the link to Justin, told him I wanted that for Christmas, and the tumbler I found on Etsy that I want for Christmas to take to the retreats. So, yeah. What are you going to do? We needed a new vehicle. So, I'm excited. I get to go drive that. I'm going to let you guys go while this is publishing. I need to pay some bills because, you know, those are never ending. And I'll publish this and go to my parents and surprise them. Then once they see it, I'll post it on... I have 2 Facebook accounts. The one you guys probably watch, I won't post it on that, but I will the other one. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.